Heads have rolled, bodies have been found, and I have some thoughts about what we're going to be seeing when we're going into it, but if I have the opportunity to share them, I will.
Mm-hmm.
But not right now. Right now, we the Legend Hunters. Hello, I'm Legend Hunter.
And I'm Zero. We're playing Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc,
And we're about to get this shindig started.
Yep, so quickly, Monokuma File 2, victim was Chihiro, and then Sakura's account, she declined several... Actually, we've already gone over this in the previous episode.
Yes, we have.
So, why don't we just...
It has been a little while since we've gone through it all, but it is good for a refresher in case, we spent an entire week
thinking about this.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just go ahead and
get this started. Through the double doors of doom.
So is everyone ready to... What? Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here. And Toko is...
You don't really remember?
Come on!
Kidding, I'm kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please.
Oh, God, help us.
And just like that, a few minutes later, he reappeared dragging Toko behind him. I'm picturing it by her pigtails. See, she's even clutching her head.
Ah.
I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible. You're terrible. Now that everyone's here, right? Okay, then let's hustle on to the elevator and get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro.
Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone had made a choice to kill a girl like that. And that murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. Well, let's get this shindig started. We have to do this.
I think we've said let's get this shindig started at least 3 or 4 times at this point.
It is a shindig. 4.
I think the only digging that's going to be happening around here is
someone's grave.
Mm-hmm.
With one last deep breath, walked into the elevator with shaky legs. When you stepped forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't handle my emotions, couldn't stop speculating.
I just realized the troll face on the sun in the upper left corner.
Really?
Yeah, I just saw it now.
Feel
free to roast.
Okay, going deeper and deeper, the elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Until finally, it came to a sudden stop.
We've been through this before.
The area got a bit of redecorating since last time.
Really? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Very.
Good. Now you're ready to go. Gotta say, I don't need it. Not at all. Okay, then let's get the show on the road.
Chills, kills!
Yeah. Thrills, chills, kills.
Lots of spills.
Deadly judgment, deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, deadly riddle, deadly defense, deadly faith.
A deadly fly, a deadly sun, a deadly moon, which was pulled out from underneath that fellow's pants.
A deadly class trial.
Let us go on.
If you want to save, I'll go ahead and save right here, just in case. Okay, let's
save often, save frequently, for bullshit happens when you don't.
Cool and composed, melodious voice. Lost in thought, increases the time limit for each phase, effective during the class trial.
Up to you, dude. You're the one who knows the game better than I.
Okay, we finished our preparations. All rise!
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
What was used to deliver the fatal blow?
You know, it often surprises me that this is actually up for debate.
Yeah, sometimes it is.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
No, oh, sorry.
Shoot!
Sorry, I was thinking of Danganronpa 2, where you can actually consent to some people's stuff. That was
Okay, so.
Chihiro's fatal injury.
Oh, here we go again.
It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma.
Oh yeah, fast forward.
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Of course we have to contradict Hero.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, I forgot about that. My bad. Hero, you fucking dumb fuck.
Was he not
Can
there?
we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
Oh boy.
Looked at her head wound?
Yeah, I was about to say, that's a really ballsy thing to do.
So creepy!
Whatever.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although,
Okay,
I believe
douchebag.
the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Just like Jack. Did he really kill Chihiro? A new element has been added. Let's hear it. For this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions.
Okay.
Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate.
Oh, great.
But there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the X button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise.
Okay, hang on. I just noticed the pun that they're doing here.
Silencer.
Silencer. Usually used to stop the noise of the gun you're firing, but in this case, it's used to silence the fucking noise around you.
Yeah, it's used to silence the peanut gallery. However, if you choose an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease. So take careful aim when your silencer goes out. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all.
Are we playing gentle?
In which case, you can forget about the silencer and just focus on your situation in front of you.
Zero. Are we playing on gentle?
Nope.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's fine.
All right, let's see what we got.
Okay, Genocide Jack case file. Okay?
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
Also, if you knock him down, you get a second back.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
No, that's wrong.
Sorry, Hina. We do actually have proof.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
God damn it, it fooled me.
This one's for you, Leo.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
Again, giggity.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
The other characteristic? It's how the victim was positioned.
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it?
And apparently the school board as well.
There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
You lie!
And he's standing right next to her, so of course he's worried.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember?
Hemophobia.
What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
No, you're just dumb as a fucking sack of hammers. Actually, wait, no. That's insulting to the hammers and the sack.
And to the idiot carrying them. Hey, what do I gotta do with these sacks of hammers anyway?
I'm just going to say, I've mentioned this. This fucker lives to the end. And he's dumb as shit.
That's insulting to the shit. Anyway.
Okay, what is the IQ of Crabgrass then?
What is the IQ of Crabgrass?
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Yeah.
It makes me dumber just thinking about something like that. Anyway.
But multiple people, right?
Here we go.
Hangman's Gambit. Okay. Oh, I know.
Oh, come on! That is one of the weirdest words to put together.
I know! It's not even a word, I don't
Is
think.
it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file, too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
By the way, there's actually never been a fully confirmed case of this.
Oh, okay.
But boy, is it fun fiction.
Say that about
Oh, yeah.
Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable.
Actually, I was playing Phoenix Wright Spirit of Justice. The fourth case involves that.
I would also like to point out that blaming Toko for having the dissociative identity disorder in this case is actually valid, due to A, her strange reaction after having seen the blood and having come to, B, the fact that those with schizophrenia and this type of disorder have been known to have speech impediments,
Yeah.
and she has been seen stuttering many times over throughout the series, and C, just the strange things that she's been saying ever since the murder case. However, I do have my thoughts going beyond her,
Well, let's find out then.
and we shall find
Toko's
out as we
strange
play.
behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
Yaki, you just said so. Her behavior changed.
You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
Flashback.
Yeah, we saw this before.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Which was my theory before.
How the fuck can you borrow a door from your other personality?
You can't.
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the
Unless
murderous
you are
fiend
locking the
inside
door
of
from
her,
the outside, which is
killing
not the
even
case.
more.
Yeah, and well, in that case, I'd say, hey, can you lock the door for me and bolt it shut and put a bunch of hammers and boards in front of it?
A bunch of hammers? You're still stuck in that sack of hammers comment, aren't you?
A little bit, yeah.
Damn it, hero!
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to.
Toko, you're an idiot. Of course he'd use this against you.
This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
Yep.
You said
Though
if
I would like to
kept my
point
promise,
out, just
you would go out with
before
me.
we continue,
Yeah.
and this is just something that I've noticed too.
Yeah.
I'll pose a question to everyone here. Who has been controlling the way that the investigations have been going? And with that question, I will move on.
That's the only reason I promised.
Also, heads up if you hear anything weird in the background, just a heads up. My dad's doing some work in the garage.
Yes, he is.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
Byakuya, fuck you.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person you don't mean.
Toko's body suddenly lunged backward. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom. But the next second...
You know, I suddenly feel sorry for Hifumi, if this is actually true.
Is it me you were hoping to see? Yes. What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
Okay, hold up. That is a tongue that wouldn't be out of place at a Kiss concert.
Yep.
Good lord! I've seen snake ladies with tongues shorter than that.
What the fuck is this?
Exactly.
Even the biker thugs going, what the fuck?
What happened to you?
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality.
Which doesn't exist.
Yeah.
If one of them happens to be a serial killer, you should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
By the way, I hate Toko, but Genocide Jill is one of my favorite characters in this game.
Oh, please tell me we keep her.
Yes.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back human. Just like how every
She can lick her earlobe with that tongue. She practically is.
Lives a little lie. Behind every dark and
I do
gloomy
apologize for
soul
getting
lives
away
another
the
that
dialogue, by the
shines
way.
as bright as the sun.
This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane. And I love it!
Oh,
ask
you
a
could not
question?
resist, jerks.
That's why they did it.
I know.
By the way, in Japan, she's called Genocider Show.
What's her original name?
That's originally what it's called in Japan, Genocider Show, instead of Genocide Jack.
I do like the alliterative sounds that they introduced into the English translation, but I really want to know what the Japanese version of this pun is.
Yeah.
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds. Just kidding.
And it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid?
By the way,
Even the freaking bear is against it.
And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
Wow!
I love her. And not
I
that
rate
way.
8 out of 8.
Excuse me?
She is fun. Even if she is a little psychotic, she's like Barry the Butcher from Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
An absolutely utter psychotic nutcase. That's why we love him.
Bingo.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that
Look, I'm
Toko's
still laughing
secret
her ass off
is
in the
about
background.
genocide.
Or should I say, Genocide Jill. Jill's little laughing her ass off. I love
If a
it.
secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined.
And she might have been actually the next subject. The next target.
So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
I do! I believe the
I
psychopath!
can never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe? Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. Need to get more details out of this.
Yes, let's.
Okay, make your argument. Status of the dead body.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
No, it does not!
No, it does not, Byakuya. Weird for you to slip up like that.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
You're a joy.
I'm calling Hero human garbage from now on.
That takes too long. We'll just call him HG.
Passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything.
We were just talking about Gordon Ramsay before this.
Yes, we were, and I would also like to point out that she's using noodles and sauce. What color is sauce and noodles?
Red?
Red, gooey, and mushy, as well as the noodles, which could be something within your skull.
Sorry, in this world, blood is pink.
Ah, of course it is. Everyone knows that we all have blood the color of Kool-Aid.
Actually, this was something to get through censoring.
Of course it was. But it's never going to stop me from seeing Kool-Aid and going, oh yeah, every time I see that color.
Because in the Danganronpa 3 anime, the blood's actually red.
Well, bully.
What happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is
That's
no
phenomenal.
creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Alright, lay it down, Makoto.
Okay. The victim's fatal injury.
For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors.
Very stylized scissors, I might add.
Everyone hide your scissors!
Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
I'm getting strangely hungry.
Why did we watch Gordon Ramsay before this?
Please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
Yes, especially considering I'm starving.
Are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right, the second difference? All the victims were stabbed through the hands. When she was suspended. What was used to suspend her?
Yes. What was used to
Do you
suspend
remember
her?
what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement.
She makes the scissors.
Fuck! We can't hide the scissors.
Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use.
That's kind of OCD's level of picky.
Also, a possible symptom of schizophrenia. But I guess at this point it's confirmed.
If that's the case, you and me are also textbook candidates for schizophrenia.
By the way, little fun fact, there is a good portion of the population that, while not all completely batshit psychos, are at least partially psychotic. So have fun thinking about that for a little while.
Our entire group consists of that. You, me, Leo, Akari, Muzi, I'm pretty sure if we mix all our personalities together, we'd get someone like Genocide Jill. What is also extremely perverted. Hey. Although, sorry, no, that would still make her.
You know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Who the hell is Big Mac?
Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more.
Why are we still on food? Wait, Legend, didn't you have a Big Mac before we started this?
Hell no, I never have Big Macs. I always have a quarter pounder with cheese.
Okay.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
Wait a minute. What?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Let's see. Patterns surrounding Genocide Jack's victims and Chihiro wouldn't fit. Because Chihiro was a girl.
Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Alright, yep. They were all men.
And they all seem like they're men older than her.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
Yeah.
I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
She's like the shy girl you see in Japanese anime turned fucking yandere.
I think yandere is actually an understatement for her. Yes, yandere is an understatement. Holy shit!
The hell is wrong with you?
Thank you, Mondo.
I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just...
Oh god, she's a yaoi fangirl too.
I'm gonna take this little drink. And excuse me while I splatter it over that wall.
Thank you, now I have to clean that up. Okay, I'm glad she doesn't exist in real life because I'd be a fucking prime target.
Have fun.
Now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too
More
much
food.
passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lolly curve!
Fuck you, Byakuya! I love that look on his face.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
That does make some amount of sense.
When you're psychopaths and serial murderers
Are making more sense.
than everyone else, what the flying fuck is going on?
Up is down, left is right, black is white. Oh, look, Monokuma!
Oh, great!
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Yeah, you don't seem to be the kind of person that would be able to even lift one of those.
Maybe you use the
Then
dumbbell 'cause
again,
you
she
couldn't
does
find any scissors in the
suspend
school.
fully grown men's bodies and
Impale them into concrete, so...
Yeah, that argument is invalid.
Sorry.
Scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
By the way, she has a mark on her thigh for every person she's killed.
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. You better run now, snick, snick, snick.
She's fully equipped. That's right, so I can kill anywhere, anytime.
Have fun thinking about that.
By the way, I love that pose.
Why would I resort
It's
to
like
dumbbell
JoJo if it was...
when I have my trusty
No,
scissors
it
by
is
my
psychotic
side?
and deranged.
It is JoJo.
Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong, you can you gutter dogs, all of you. Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. The rope's totally out of the question anyway.
He's like,
I
fuck!
have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
Of this crime, yes. Of all crimes, oh no.
No. Fun fact, she's one of the main characters of the side game, Ultra Despair Girls.
Joy!
You actually use her to sniff down Monokuma robots.
Oh, that is just beautiful.
The only problem is the main villains are a bunch of shit kids.
Aww. Well, let's move on.
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal, and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, there is one person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases.
Who's the one who brought it up in the first place?
Here's my
Like I
answer.
said, who's been leading the investigation the entire time?
Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then, the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
The wavy tongue thing is selling it for me.
She's... How do you pronounce that? Ahiago face?
Ahegao?
Ahigao? Yeah, she's having one of those faces right now.
He's having one of those, absolutely.
Biggest lady boner in the world right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
Oh,
Then
great.
I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange. You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
We didn't know who the victim was yet.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
Oh joy. Add something called Truth Flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down on the triangle button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. The memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet.
Okay.
So you take a phrase from before or later and put it and use it to fire.
Alright.
Okay, now this is where I actually start getting confused, so I'm actually going to pull up a guide. Fuck you all if you think that's bullshit.
Hey, now.
Okay.
This is a very, very big point in the case, so I personally would love to see how it plays out.
Yeah.
So, go and get it right, but no fucking the audience, please.
I'm not doing
No
that.
raising the middle finger flags to them.
Just have to use your keen wits, won't you? Okay, good luck and have fun.
Have fun, he says. Point out the problem in the argument, he says.
Yep.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was
Okay.
acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it. That's a
Keep
natural
booming,
reaction
you.
for any guy.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
God damn it, Boomy! Okay, we still have the
You
bullet.
said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the
Wait,
body.
what?
Come on, don't scare me like that. Okay.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Oh, I had it
There
reversed.
we go.
Weird.
I had it reversed.
If you're presented with the opportunity, that's
Alright, let's fast forward through the...
Was Chihiro.
There we go. I'm sorry, I got it flipped.
Yeah, it's kind of like... what? Okay.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that, because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. I got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with
What's
it.
the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
Ooh. She's not even dignifying that with a response. Ooh. Are you thinking? Are the wheels churning?
Oh, they've been churning for weeks, dude. Let's see where it goes.
Library desk.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again?
Please explain
When I
it.
want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Was it really a
Then
rope?
there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No,
Whoops.
it's wrong.
Got it before the white noise blocked it.
Actually,
So the
I'm
white
pretty
noise
sure
will
you
actually
have
just stick
seen it
around on
before.
screen if you don't shoot it down?
Yes.
Ooh.
There are
boy.
actually some cases where it'll actually cross over completely and block it.
Ah!
So you either have to hit through on the side of it,
because
or you
see,
might get fucked
that
up.
rope, or should I
Yikes.
say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned, as if he's not even involved. Wait, not even
What's
involved?
wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right?
Something's up.
Byakuya's the
I mean,
killer.
we haven't even brought up the fact that
I
the
don't
locker
disagree
room.
with not disagreeing.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
Kept calling this a
What's wrong with
game,
your
right?
pupils?
So he'd
And
be
why do you
totally
have
going
to
to
She's
do
got the
something like
Yu-Gi-Oh
this to win.
expressions.
She does, and it's hilarious. But I just noticed that she actually has this... Why does our prefect
Sorry,
actually have red eyes?
Can we
Anyway,
hold on
what's
just
going
a second?
Some characters just have red eyes in this world.
I think
Oh,
we
you
need
didn't
to
notice
talk
Genocide
about this
Jack's
a
eyes
little
change
more.
color too, from gray to red?
No, I noticed that, absolutely. That's why I'm bringing it up.
We really need to. We've already decided who did.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
The fact that you're not even fazed by it? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room.
It was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but can we really accept what Byakuya said is true?
Scene of the crime.
I got it!
Yeah, the scene of the
You
crime.
say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could
That
the
is
scene
true.
of the crime have been anywhere else?
That is
Well,
not true.
I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
Ooh, we just cracked him a little bit.
Yep, I saw that mirror sheen reflection just...
I believe I do.
Don't say mirror sheen reflection, because that would mean that he is actually like us.
Oh. Well, how about this? I just heard his ego crack a little bit.
That's more like it.
Not deflate. His is a marble statue.
And look, we just took him off guard. Yes.
Alright. Maybe Byakuya has never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Bring it on.
Something that was switched.
Well, let's start with that.
I got it!
Yep.
The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in
Yeah.
the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
I'm sure she's not wrong either.
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado.
And it was clean. Wait.
My god, these guys look like they could have been part of Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
Again,
not bad.
That doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
Yeah.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker room. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein
sounds like someone's catching on.
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet, but I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
It's not the stain that's been scrubbed away, it was moved. Now let's see, where is it? There we go.
The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Good question.
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime?
Damn it, Celeste, why'd you have to ruin my train of thought?
Actually, I did agree with her. Like, why would you want to switch the
locker room?
room?
Then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
Oh, what are you saying?
God damn it,
I
Hero.
highly doubt that.
I'm not even giving him a chance.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Oh, we've got to hear this.
Oh god.
Hey, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
I don't even think he has hands on his clock.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys'
That's gotta be
locker room
it. There's
somehow?
some white noise going on.
I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure
why
that
would
would have
she do
been
that?
no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I wonder who said that.
Handbook, of course.
No, that's wrong.
Leon's handbook is broken.
No,
And
I
the
don't
other
think
two handbooks
Chihiro
would
used
belong to
Leon's
girls.
handbook.
Yep.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck
But he
silent
wasn't
by how
completely
quickly you
wrong.
gave up.
No, he actually had a decent idea.
Yes. Isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup! Hit the nail square on the noggin!
God damn
Of
it,
course,
Monokuma.
if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst! You can't fix an e-handbook! The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts glaring!
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just...
wrong? It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Unless...
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya's the only one who did it? Really? I don't know what else I could do. Thank you,
I agree
Kyoko.
with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say?
That's no way to talk to a lady,
There's
man.
no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Holy shit!
Kyoko can...
Kyoko just pulled one over on Monokuma.
For real?
Holy shit! That's amazing!
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations.
Best way to win
shall we go?
Monokuma over?
Make it exciting.
Stroke his ego.
While also promising to show him something neat.
Yeah, to make this case more exciting. Headed off with Kyoko the lead, and where she took us...
I'm going to predict the scene of the body. Yep.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want us to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using a... No way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just... based on religious grounds, you know?
Dude, you talk about religious bullshit like crazy. What the fuck do you even believe in? Are you a Buddhist? Shinto?
Hungry Buddhist. Shout out to PFS. Anyway.
Very well. I'll do it.
Oh, God.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay.
She's probably
I think
more
Chihiro
man
would
than any of the
rather
other
have a
boys
girl
around
examine
here.
her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura.
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
God damn it, Jill!
You are just precious!
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
I fucking knew it!
What is it?
I'm saying it right now! I fucking knew it!
Not possible.
Play it!
It's not...
There, Zero, can you please pass me the pillow for a moment?
Pillow? Why?
Thank you, Zero. That's most appreciated.
You good?
I think so!
You figured something out?
Yep. I fucking called it!
Her massive frame trembled. Seeing this colossus tremble would terrify me.
Yes, let's continue!
This girl is
what?
a boy!
I knew it!
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
This is a woman that does not fuck around.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat.
Of course you knew, you fucking bear.
Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
Hell of a girly name for a boy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, no, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.